Can you show me your favorite feature of stop work order or demonstrate something special you do on charter that makes you unique?
I think I I'm very adventurous. I like to show people new things, and I think that translates into my food as well. So I'd say that's probably the biggest feature of us as a crew. Um, is just the wonderful experience. It might be different than any other, cruise.
Um, in response to Denny, we also are very cocktail driven on the boat. We do a lot of infusions and a lot of different things. I have actually won the cocktail contest 2 years in competition here over the last four that we've entered. Hopefully, we'll make it three
Tonight we'll
tonight.
find
We'll
out.
find out. All right.
All right, Ryan. What is it about my personality, approach to cuisine, or service style that guests love on charter? And what is the signature dish that gets the most applause?
I think your approach to cuisine, just your ability to kind of move and change weekly. We all live in a world of different tastes, and Danny does an extremely well job of being able to change her menu based on what everybody likes, whether it's somebody that has a gluten intolerance, or someone that's a vegetarian, or someone like me that enjoys meat and potatoes. She does it all extremely well. My favorite dish that she makes during a week of no food preferences,
They
would,
like everything.
yeah, that they like everything, would be she makes a seared diver scallop in a white wine and herb cream sauce over pan-seared gnocchi. That is phenomenal.
That's one of the the heavier dishes, really indulgent, lots of cream and all that good yummy stuff.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Um
What is it about the captain's personality, interaction with guests, or entertainment skills on charter that guests rave about?
there's many. So he mentioned the craft cocktails. He loves coming up with new drinks, and if somebody's favorite, liquor is gin, he'll play around with it and make something up, each day different for them to try and just get different flavors that they might not, normally experience with, their favorite libations. And again, Captain Napkin is Ryan's alter ego.
Follow me on Instagram.
He does amazing napkin folding. Every night, he does a different fold, and people are just amazed. They love it. They can't wait to see what the next night's fold is going to be. Um, so those two things, and then his adventurous side as well, taking people, diving and things like that. They say, they couldn't ask for a better tour guide when it comes to all the water stuff. So
What previous life experiences have we had that contribute to our success as crew? Um, Me and Danny have a very long background in customer service, whether it was when we were living in the States, working with the public there, or when we first moved here. We both entered jobs that worked with the public, and then it just kind of transferred over. Um, we are very lucky in the fact that we know what good service should be, and we try our hardest to make sure that everybody experience that also.
yes. How did we get into sailing or chartering? Um, well, when we moved down here, we lived here for 2 years prior to getting into chartering. Ryan got into diving and day boats, runs to the BVI, to White Bay and Willie T and all of that. And then just through, getting to know people in the boating community, we met Dare, who is the owner of Charter Carib, and he recruited us. He thought we'd be great, and here we are 6 years later.
6 years
So
later, it's still going. Well, I'm sure you can cater to various groups. What is your most ideal charter group, and why does this type of group suit you well? Um, to be honest, we love the mix that we get on this vessel. Whether it's somebody that's super adventure based that wants to go dive, they want to go hike, they want to kayak, they want to paddleboard, they want to do it all. And then you get the families that come on board that are just looking for, a moment to have by themselves in the busy world that we live in right now. And when families come down with young children, my favorite thing to do is drop the dinghy in the water, put the tube on the back, and just whip them around for 3 hours while mom and dad sit up on the sun deck and watch with drinks in their hands and no worries as we are out there just having a blast. But then we like, the groups that go to bars, the groups that do, big parties, anniversaries, birthdays, whether it's Christmas or Thanksgiving. We enjoy all of those events.
It's
and
nice
being
to
able
have
to
them,
share 'em with everyone.
the diversity in the groups. If you have the partiers for 4 weeks of charter in a row, it can get a little tiring. So it's awesome when we get all the different ones, and it doesn't become so routine. Everybody's different. So we really, really like the diversity of all kinds of different groups. What is your favorite kid activity for family charters?
We just kind of put this together last year because of everything that's happened. We've learned that we need a couple more things to do throughout the USVI, especially with small children. We have developed a pirate scavenger hunt or scavenger hunt that takes it takes a good bit of the day. There's a little bit of puzzles. There's a little bit of kind of finding stuff that's been placed by pirates around the bay that we're staying in.
Captain Ryan's the pirate.
Maybe. But at the end, there's a little prize that we give the kids if they complete everything. Usually takes a little bit of help from the adults, which is always fun too, because they learn a little bit of something throughout
Yeah,
the
that's what I was going to add.
experience,
It's
too.
educational. There's, facts about the Caribbean and sea life and everything. So it's also, not just fun. We're also throwing learning in there, which the parents are pretty happy about.
So how did the boat get its name? So Stop Work Order is owned by a gentleman in Tennessee that owns a large pavement restoration company. When he's a little bit of a workaholic, and his family would have to issue him a stop work order to go on vacation. After they'd issue that to him, then he would have to start planning the vacation. So after doing this for multiple years, he finally said, well, why do I have to plan the vacation? Why can't we just have the vacation? So they bought the boat and named it Stop Work Order so that whenever they issue it to him again, all he has to do is pack his bags and on their way they come.
What have you done recently, or what plans do you have to up your charter game? So recently I went to Ashburton Cookery School in the UK. I was there for a month. It was a very intensive course. It was really great. I'm just continuing to, develop new dishes and things based off of, stuff that I've learned over there. I continue to do kind of, online food classes as well, just keep digging around and looking for new ideas and ways to implement them in the cuisine on the boat.
I'm always searching for the next greatest toy that is made for the ocean. Whether it's something I see online or something I see another boat using. I'm always trying to find that next big item that's going to make something even more enjoyable for the week. What is your favorite charter memory?
It's so hard to pick one because there's so many at this point. I think I would have to say it was just this past season. We had a family, and their youngest daughter, she turned 12 on the boat. Her name was Elsa, and she loves to cook. That's all she does at home. She loves it. And so it was awesome. She'd come in the galley with me and help me do things, and she'd learn different stuff and be like, "Ooh, well, I could do this, when we get home." And again, it was nice. She was in there with me. The parents got a little bit of a break. But it was just so cool to connect with somebody that young who also has a passion for cooking, and like what she's going to do in the future with that. It's probably my favorite.
Her birthday party was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
She was very into narwhals, so we all put our birthday hats on our face and we were all narwhals all night, which was a very good time. My favorite memory, like Danny said, there's so many different experiences that we've had through 6 years of chartering. My favorite experience so far has been the first group of divers that I actually ever certified as a dive instructor. I had 3 kids from a lovely family from Minnesota that were just amazing. The weather wasn't the best that week, but we still made it happen and had an absolute blast with them. We actually still stay in contact with them and have seen them multiple times when we're home during the off season. If you could be any sea animal, which would it be and why?
I think it would have to be an octopus for me. I love the whole realm of them. They're so smart. They are so adaptive. They lose a tentacle, they can grow it back. They're just amazingly smart, amazing creatures. They're so fascinating. They're my fave.
If I had to pick one, it would be most likely the French angelfish. I love their kind of stance in the water. They're very kind of like, look at me, ooh, I'm so pretty. But I also love the fact they're extremely loyal. They mate for life, and I hope that I have found my other French angelfish also.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's it.